Hello, students of Liberty University. I'm Dr. Burrell, and I'm going to be the instructor that will guide you through the Christian Leadership course the following weeks. I wanted to start off this course by giving you some brief information that I believe will help make you more successful in the coming weeks. So you might want to grab a pen and a piece of paper to be able to write down some of the thoughts that I'll share with you, and hopefully they will help you get off to a good start for this course. First of all, in this course, you're going to have quite a few papers, and these papers will run the gamut from practical projects to personal assessment to a comprehensive research paper at the conclusion of the course, and then some analysis based on your personal experience. So each of these papers has a set of expectations to them. I want to make sure that you note that in each assignment it will tell you how long it should be and what it should deal with and so forth, because if you deviate from those assignment expectations, there is a pretty significant grade penalty for that. So try to follow those as much as possible. Your papers should make sure that they're very well proofread. I actually am a former grammar teacher, and my reason for being a stickler on presentation, whether or not you're following Turabian, which is the Liberty Baptist Theological Seminary standard, is so that you can be writing at a professional level, at a graduate school level. Graduate school level is definitely different than high school and even different than undergraduate. It's not quite as difficult as if you go to a doctoral program or if you're involved in submitting writings for peer review in professional journals. But I'm going to try to prepare you for the possibility that you may be continuing on in your professional writing by insisting that you keep it at a graduate school level. So that means format is important. That means following Turabian is important. That means using a proofreader is going to be important. That means on papers that are to be strictly objective, they need to be written in the third person, which would include your research paper. Now, those papers that ask for personal experience, you can write those in first person. So you want to keep a very professional tone. Don't use a lot of colloquialisms. Make sure that it is sophisticated. For instance, don't use first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth in how you present your material, and instead try to use smooth transitions that have a nice flow to them and a professional objective sound to them, and that will help you as well. I'll give a lot of comments the first few weeks of your papers to kind of help guide you on that. And if you completely blow a paper, I have been known to have mercy and let you resubmit one if it's a C or below, but hopefully there won't be a lot of that necessary as we get started. Make sure you attach your papers correctly. Your papers should be uploaded via Blackboard. Do not cut and paste them in the comment section. They must be a file attachment. I never ever under any circumstance accept papers via email. I teach multiple courses and actually teach for more than one school, and I cannot accept any papers that are sent via email. So make sure you attach them correctly. If for some reason it doesn't attach correctly, or if there's some kind of problem, you just need to send me an email. I'll clear the assignment, and then you can resubmit it correctly. If you are submitting a resubmission for any reason whatsoever, or if we have communicated and you've gotten an extension because you've been in the hospital or on active military duty, please make sure you note that in the comments section, even if we've discussed it via email or telephone call, simply because I may have several scores of students, and I need to, and sometimes I just simply don't remember who's in what situation. So use that comment section to give me additional information that I might need. Let me say this: if you're taking the discussion boards, there's 2 or 3 discussion boards in this course, and my best recommendation to you is to post early and post often. Your first or your primary post should be done by Wednesday. That will give everybody opportunity to see it and interact with it. And then if you just post the minimum, which is usually 3, you can expect to get a B-, which is an 88. That's passing, and that may be all you want to do. But if you want an A, you're going to have to do more than just the minimum number. In fact, you could just pretty well, as a rule of thumb, anticipate getting 2 additional points for every additional post that you give. And by additional post, I don't mean an attaboy. I don't mean, wow, that's good and I agree. I mean substantive posts that take the conversation further, whether through debate or whether through another outlook or whether through adding additional information, but it needs to advance the conversation. I don't interact a lot on the bulletin boards, though I read them. Often I find that when I interact on them, then the attention comes to me and what I think, and the purpose of the discussion boards is to have you interact with your peers and learn debating skills and so forth. Just keep it civil and have a good time with those. Let me ask, for those of you who are in the military, if you're on active duty and you have trouble with your internet and so forth, perhaps you're in Afghanistan or Iraq or overseas somewhere, drop me a note and I'll work with you. If you're on stateside, generally there isn't a problem. Here's the thing that I want to urge you to do, and I don't mean this to be unkind in any way, but a lot of military folks who take the courses tend to think like military folks. Big surprise there, right? But what you need to do is remember that this is a ministry course, not a military course. This isn't the military college you're giving me information on. So try to move outside of the context of the military. Don't overly use military illustrations or military sources. Use ministry sources, get on the internet, get to a library and use those, and it will work better for you. The research papers at the conclusion of this course, I'll give you more information later on about that, and I believe that will be a help to you. You just might want to start reading toward that, or go ahead and look in your course content toward the instructions that are listed in weeks 7 and 8, and I will give you more detailed instructions to help you with that. Let me also say that every Sunday I will submit to you your an email and make a post on the announcement board. They're the same things. Some weeks, like for instance the first week, I'll be sending sample assignments. I'll give you a file attachment. Can't make you open that, but if you would like to open it, it will help you a great deal in your papers and your projects. So I recommend you check your email sometime Sunday, get that announcement out, and start looking at it before you tackle your project for the week. Now, you can always work ahead, but I can't give you the assignment, the announcements prior to 1 week at a time. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to call me or email me. I prefer you email me. It's just a very faster and more efficient way to communicate. But if you need to call me, you can certainly do that. Make sure that when you do email me about something, you put both the course title or course number and your group number on it. It's very, very important because I teach multiple courses of Christian discipleship, and I teach our Christian leadership, and I also teach other courses. So please make sure that you put all that information on there. That will help me a great deal. Now let me say just a little bit about your first assignment. You've got 2 papers due this week. One of them is a set of goals. Those goals are very, very important that you follow the format. You have 2 primary goals. Each of those primary goals will have 2 long-term goals. Each of those 2 long-term goals each will have 2 intermediate goals, and so on. Make sure you look at the sample. It will help you a great deal and will prevent a poor grade or a lot of frustration on your part. The second assignment is a calendar or a schedule or a plan of action, how you spend your week. And you can use an Outlook type of format. You can make your own grid. The one thing you need to do is account for all 168 hours. Now let me give you a hint. If you want a really good grade, make sure you integrate Project 1, which is your goals, with Project 2, which is your calendar or your schedule. The reason I think that's important is because you will never accomplish goals that you don't assign time to. And when you assign the time to them, it will help you order your life. Now, any kind of calendar is an ideal. It'll fall apart at some point during the week. One of your kids will get sick, the boss will make you work overtime. But you start out with this ideal that will help you accomplish the things you need to get done each week. So try using that, integrate those 2. I will tell you this up front. The most frustrating 2 projects, even sometimes more frustrating than the research paper, seem to be these first 2. And one of the reasons why I'm now attaching some samples to that is to kind of help you out to get off to a good start. So if you have any questions, if you need any help, feel free to email me or give me a call. My information is all on the staff page. You might want to go to my website. I have a lot of fun on my personal blog. I'm on Facebook. If you want to connect with me that way, that's certainly fine. Many students do that as well. And you kind of get to see the other side of me as well, outside of the academic professorial type of atmosphere. But we're going to have a good time. I want to be a help to you. I want to make you successful. I want to help you get the grade that you have set as a goal for yourself. So let's work together and have a good week. And I'll look forward to communicating with you in a variety of ways in the days to come. Take care.